Alzheimer's disease is a journey that many families face, often beginning with small, almost unnoticeable changes. At its core, it is a type of dementia that affects memory, thinking, and behavior. Think of it as a condition that slowly and gently begins to change how a person's brain works. It is not just about forgetting where you placed your keys. It is more profound than that. The changes it brings are gradual, which can sometimes make it difficult to recognize at first. This disease progresses over time, meaning the symptoms start mild and become more severe over many years, eventually interfering with a person's ability to carry out daily tasks and live independently. It is important to understand that this is a medical condition, not a normal part of getting older, and it deserves our compassion and attention. Dementia is a general term for decline that interferes with daily life. Alzheimer's is the most common cause, a specific disease within that broader category. To understand Alzheimer's, we need to take a gentle look inside the brain. Our brain is incredibly complex. Billions of neurons communicating to create thoughts, memories, and feelings. In a healthy brain, signals move in a beautifully coordinated dance. Alzheimer's disrupts this communication with beta-amyloid buildup that forms plaques and twisted strands of tau that form tangles inside cells, disrupting vital connections so neurons eventually stop working and die. The process begins silently, often in the hippocampus, which forms new memories. Early signs include trouble remembering recent conversations or events. As plaques and tangles spread, language, reasoning, and social behavior can be affected. The brain gradually shrinks as cells are lost. Age is the biggest risk factor, though many people age with sharp minds. A rarer early onset form can affect people in their 30s, 40s, or 50s. Genes like APOE4 can raise risk but don't guarantee disease. Understanding the biology guides treatments that aim to slow or stop the disease, turning Alzheimer's into a tangible problem science can tackle. Early signs can mimic normal forgetfulness, but in Alzheimer's they're persistent and disruptive. Memory loss that disrupts daily life, forgetting recently learned information, asking for the same details repeatedly, or forgetting a conversation that just happened. Trouble following familiar recipes, keeping track of monthly bills, and taking much longer to do things. Confusion with time or place, losing track of dates and seasons, forgetting where they are or how they got there. Visual spatial challenges can affect driving and reading. Changes in mood and personality, confusion, suspicion, depression, fear, or anxiety are common. People may become easily upset at home or in public, show poor judgment, and withdraw from conversations or hobbies they once enjoyed. These shifts can be challenging for families. Noticing patterns over time helps you seek timely care. There's no single test for Alzheimer's. Diagnosis begins with conversations about symptoms, medical history, and medications. Family input is invaluable. Doctors look for other causes such as stroke, thyroid problems, or vitamin deficiency. Cognitive testing assesses memory, problem solving, and orientation to establish a baseline and track change. MRI and CT can rule out tumors or strokes and show brain shrinkage, especially in the hippocampus. Advanced PET scans can detect beta-amyloid plaques for more definitive evidence. A diagnosis of probable Alzheimer's is made by weighing history, test results, scans, and sometimes blood tests. Modern diagnostics are highly accurate. Receiving a diagnosis is emotional, but it opens the door to treatment, support, and planning. With clarity, families can move forward with purpose. There's no guaranteed way to prevent Alzheimer's, but growing evidence shows we can reduce risk by building a resilient brain. Think foundation and structure. Lifestyle builds cognitive reserve. Physical activity is a key pillar. Aim for at least 150 minutes weekly. You don't need marathons. Walking, swimming, dancing, or gardening all count. Exercise boosts blood flow and growth factors that protect neurons. Heart-healthy diets are brain-healthy. Emphasize whole foods, leafy greens, berries, fatty fish, nuts, and olive oil. Limit red and processed foods. Challenge your brain with novel, complex activities, languages, instruments, puzzles, reading, strategy games. Social engagement reduces stress and protects the brain. Loneliness increases risk. Make time for meaningful connections. An investment in long-term brain health. Management focuses on quality of life, a partnership of medicine and compassionate care. Medications like cholinesterase inhibitors may lessen symptoms for a time. Address anxiety, agitation, aggression, or depression by first checking for pain, overwhelm, confusion, or loneliness. Create a calm, predictable day. Reduce clutter, play soothing music, ensure good sleep. Caregiving is a marathon. Seek support locally or online, and use respite care. Taking breaks prevents burnout. Focus on the person, not just the disease. Connect through memories, gentle touch, and shared joy. Hope is grounded in two forces: unwavering support and relentless science. New diagnostics and therapies are shifting us from managing effects to fighting the disease. Support research, raise awareness, and care for one another with compassion. The story of Alzheimer's includes strength, innovation, and the power of hope, guiding us toward a better tomorrow.